Hi everybody, welcome to Live with Amy at 333. This is your host Amy Marino, owner of The Sanctuary on Cape Cod on Route 6A in Brewster in beautiful Lemon Tree Village. And I invite you to take a few minutes out from whatever you're doing right now and join me in a little bit of meditation, a little bit of chat, and we'll finish off with an oracle card of the day. I have pulled out the Mother Mary Oracle by Alana Fairchild today. At the end of the show we'll do that, so stay tuned, and we'll do that right at the end. We've been kind of exploring through some different decks every day at the end of the show, so thank you for those of you that are tuning in. And we are going to be, this is episode 10, it's April 24th, Friday, and today we are going to be talking about and working a little bit with forgiveness as our topic. So every morning I've been waking up pondering what to speak to you guys about, and if you've been following along since the beginning, we've sort of been going along in a succession here and building upon each day. So I do invite you to go back and view the previous episodes if you'd like to tune in to those. So this week we have been working with new moon energy. It was the new moon for manifesting our dreams, wishes, and hopes for all that we would like to create for the future. And now, especially not only ripe time energetically, but just good time in general to be reassessing and thinking about, where we want to go moving forward. We want to go back to how things were, or is this awakening us to some other possibilities and changes that we could maybe create for ourselves moving forward, some exciting opportunities and new pathways to be forged. So in that manifesting, also we've been talking about self-love. That was our topic for yesterday, as a tool, to help us clear any of those blockages that are preventing us from receiving and manifesting those beautiful things that we really want to create for ourselves. So rolling along with that topic today is a little bit about forgiveness. So in just a moment, I hope that you'll stay tuned and share a powerful meditation with me. So I just want to quickly, before we do that, review just a couple of upcoming Zoom classes that we have available for you online. Aside from connecting with me daily, if you'd like a little bit of one-on-one mentoring and discussion, there's some different classes available. You can visit those on the website, thesanctuarycapecod.com/classes. But this Saturday, creating simple spiritual practices at 10:30, learn to read oracle cards at 1. And then my big Psychic Development 1 class kicks off this Wednesday. I have 2 of those running right now. I'm about to start the Psychic Development 2. So for those of you that have been still contacting me that you missed out in the first set, here is your opportunity. So that is this coming Wednesday. I've got a lot of signups, and there's still time to jump in on that. And that is going to be Wednesday the 29th at 7, and that will run 6 Wednesdays in a row. And the cool thing about that is that you can tune in. As I said, it's very interactive in a more intimate setting, and we get a chance to work through a little bit of a journey together each week. And so also, if the commitment is scaring you a little bit, the classes are recorded on Zoom, so if you have something going on about one particular week and you have to come on late, or you miss a class, you can catch that right on the recording and catch up. The emails include the link to the invitation to the class, as well as the handout for the class. So I invite you to join me, and I'm going to actually just tell you a little bit about that Psychic Development class before we dive into our meditation for the day here. All right, so really I've designed this class to be a class of foundational understandings of energy, psychic work, the basics that I think are the most important: spiritual protection, grounding, shielding, clearing. We work through, how does it work? How can we possibly know something before it has actually happened? So you're actually way more psychic than you think, and we'll be identifying your strongest abilities and then working to flourish and grow those, and then open up others. We'll start with weekly games and challenges to flex and tone your psychic muscles each week. We'll then go into working with your spirit guide team. Who are they? How does that work? How do we do that? And how do we open and build those lines of communication for our highest and best spiritual guidance and to help us along with our divine life purpose and all that we've come here to do. We work then into oracle cards. So if you're interested in more than just the oracle cards, you know, this is really a much meatier course, as I said, where we're journeying through each week. So we'll work with that. Then the following week, we really delve into mastering your pendulum. So even if you already have a pendulum, you've been doing pendulum work, we're going to dive deep with this and explore a lot of different uses for that pendulum, how and why it's working, how to train your pendulum, how to find things with it, which is what I'm using it for mostly these days, as well as dowsing without a pendulum. So then the week after that, we'll be delving into dream work, crystals, and following up with really the power of words, sound, vibration, and how we are affecting and changing the world around us energetically through those tools and kind of tying everything together. There's a Psychic Development 2 after that that really builds on that foundation of PD1 and it delves into many things further. So just want to give you that kind of quick little synopsis. I know a few of you have been calling with questions, asking for just a few more details on that class. So again, you can tune into the Facebook page and the website as well for details and registration for that. That does start this Wednesday, so I personally invite you to join me on that journey together. Okay, so we are talking about forgiveness for a couple of minutes, and what does that really mean to forgive? So this can be a tough topic, especially if we really have been wronged, hurt, betrayed, wounded in some way, and we're holding on to that. It can be part of our identity. It can become a part of who we believe that we are and how we see and interact with the world. That scar tissue stays there and has its effect, even after we think we may have healed that wound. So when we forgive, it does not mean that we are saying what that person did is okay or that we are letting them off the hook. It's actually an act of kindness to yourself. And we were speaking so much about yesterday about being kind and compassionate with ourselves and showing ourselves self-love. So the forgiveness is part of that. Forgiveness is part of how we show ourselves self-love. So what do I mean by that? Well, by holding on to that negative emotion, you're literally weakening your physical body. And over time, those negative emotions about a person, an event, a decision that you made can start to act like a slow poison in your energy body, slowly consuming some of your light, some of your vital life force energy, because it takes and consumes energy to focus on someone or something that we are angry about, or hurt about, and then to feel and dwell in those negative thoughts. That all takes energy. So then etheric cords are created to that person, place, event, decision, time in your life, whatever it was, keeping you connected to it, keep you thinking about it, taking your energy, keeping you stuck in that cycle, and perhaps unable to move forward in certain areas of your life. So I mentioned a moment ago how negative thoughts and emotions can not only weaken you emotionally, but actually physically as well. And this is a fact. If you have someone hold out their dominant arm straight out to the side, like so, and you ask them to think a positive or a negative thought, their arm will go up or down accordingly when you press down on it, even though they're trying to resist you. So a fun way to actually do it is to ask the person to think, somebody that will play the game with you, ask them to think and hold for a moment a positive thought or a negative thought, and not tell you what it is either way. They can hold out their arm and they're going to try to resist when you gently push down on it. So the secret is, if their arm goes straight down to their side, it's a negative or sad thought that they're holding. If they can resist your push and their arm stays out, then it was a positive or happy thought that they were dwelling on. So this is muscle testing, kinesiology. And I'll tell you something, that's how it rolls at my house when my kids are like, oh, they're both like, she did it. I say, all right, great, put out your arms. right? And I muscle test them right there. So there's no getting away with lying at my house. They dread that, but they know I will find out one way or another. So in this idea about, you know, forgiveness, holding on to these things, we can see actually is physically can weaken us on the cellular level. So this is part of the benefit of addressing and clearing some of these things out. All right. And maybe we'll do that. We'll include that as part of our challenge for today. You guys know each day you've been tuning in, I've been giving you a little bit of challenge. And so maybe we'll include that in our challenge later, to find somebody around your house who will play this little game with you. And you can go around and you can muscle test everybody. And you can surprise and delight them when you can guess what they're, if they're thinking about something positive or negative. Okay. And as I said, that works for truth or lie too. That's my other secret tip of the day. Okay, so this is why this practice is important. We want to start to see and understand that forgiveness is actually about you. It's not about whatever was done to you. It's not about who did it to you. It's really solely about you, and and about loving yourself enough to free yourself from those emotional binds, cords, and restrictions, self-imposed sometimes. And those toxins then create emotional blockages, then prohibiting us from feeling love in certain areas of our heart to varying degrees. So this is why this practice is so important. And we're going to be doing an amazingly powerful, as it is simple, Hawaiian meditation called Ho'oponopono. You may have heard of this, you may have practiced this. If not, I invite you to take a minute and sit and join me in this practice. So the Hawaiian word Ho'oponopono comes from ho'o, to make, and pono, right. And the repetition of this word twice means doubly right, or being right with both self and others. So this practice allows you to cut those energetic connections that we were talking about that might be negatively impacting you in a loving way, knowing that you can remake that connection brand new. When you become right with others, you then become right with yourself. And so in some cases, where my thought process was really going today, is that this practice needs to be directed towards ourselves, because that's part of that self-love. We hold so much against ourselves, more than anyone else ever would. And so for us to really take time to have that practice of self-forgiveness so that we can release those blockages, again, that could be preventing us from attracting and attaining all of those things that we are working on bringing to ourselves and creating for ourselves, for our future, our family, those that we love. So, you know, again, every time that we stay connected to those traumas and pain, by not releasing them, they're there for us to revisit and for us to energetically bathe in those murky waters again and again. So we're going to do a little bit of this cleansing today, and be it yourself or another, this is an act of self-love. And can you love yourself enough to forgive? So that's today's meditation, and again, delving into the deeper work here, but in a beautifully simplistic way. So the Ho'oponopono is an ancient Hawaiian prayer made up of 4 powerful phrases. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Very simple in their words. Very powerful. So when it comes to letting go of karma, energetic cords, the vibration of these words and this prayer work to clear, integrate the energy. And it's a balancing and coordinating vibration, promoting both reconciliation and forgiveness. All right. I hope you guys can hear me okay. It is raining out, and I decided to still be outside here and create a little tarp so that we're semi-dry. All right, let's be a little bit closer here. So if you have your sage, now is the time in the show where we take out our sage. We just do a little bit of grounding, clearing, preparing ourselves and our sacred space for our meditation. Great. Oh, thank you, Mary. She says we can hear you. And it's wonderful to see you too. Hi, Michael, who's been tuning in every day. Jen Hatch, yes. Had to be outside today, even though it's cold and wet. I was really thinking about it. It's more to do with the rain. There is something so powerfully cleansing about the rain. And one of my favorite things is actually going out in the morning right after a rainstorm. There's no other time when you'll smell that purity of the cleansing that the earth has just had. So I thought it fitting as we do this meditation today on forgiveness to just sort of be out in the rain and just let that cleanse and wash away anything that might be needed. All right, so we've lit a little bit of our California loose white sage here. We're just taking a moment. We're also going to be working with our green F bowl today, which is connecting in with the heart chakra, as well as the F sharp bowl that I had from yesterday. Okay. Feel yourself letting go, relaxing. Just breathing. Feel yourself clearing, centering, grounding. Relaxing, letting go. With every out-breath, we're letting go of the day. Whatever was happening before you arrived, whatever's been weighing on your heart and on your mind. Just breathing it out, breathing it out. We're calling in the protection and guidance of our highest divine self, our angels, guides, master teachers, and Mother, Father, God. And now just gently allowing yourself to step into a sacred and safe space. Breathing out. Gently allowing yourself to feel protected and held by divine assistance. As you prepare to release through the Ho'oponopono prayer. repeating the mantra with me. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Just stay with these words repeated. Your mind detours or drifts away, bringing it back to the mantra. Notice how it feels in your body. As you say the words, if there's somewhere specific that you feel it, or does someone pop into your head? Send your thoughts and the power of the prayer to that person. If you're angry or hurt by someone, it might be challenging, but just try and think of that person as you repeat the words along with me. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Allowing yourself to breathe out. Now gently bringing your awareness to yourself. See yourself standing in front of you, looking directly into your eyes. Repeat the words. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Take a moment to place your hands on your own heart, feeling your heartbeat. As you send yourself these compassionate and loving words. Allow yourself to receive it. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Breathe out. Now fill your heart with gratitude. And we humbly give thanks for all that was released and all that was received. We ask that this healing be received on every level, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in all directions of time, space, and reality. So be it, so be it, so be it. All right. Gently bringing yourself back when you're ready. Breathing out, bringing yourself back. Becoming aware of your fingers, your toes, the floor beneath you. Okay, so we are going to do a little bit of crystal chat right now. So I hope you enjoyed that meditation. Tune in tomorrow at 3:33. We'll be exploring something different. I have no idea what. We'll have to see what comes forward for you guys. So crystal chat, we're going to be exploring something a little bit different today. Black Obsidian. Ooh. So I actually love black crystals and stones. They are some of my favorite to work with. They're not the prettiest and the sparkliest and shininess necessarily, but they offer so much value energetically. So black tourmaline, black obsidian, numite, jet, There's others. Those are a few of my favorites to work with. Shungite, amazing stone. So I pulled out my black obsidian, which is one of my favorites. So we're going to chat about that for a few minutes. But generally speaking, black stones are going to offer you grounding, spiritual protection, and a little bit of an energetic vacuuming and drain off of negative energies that you might have been accumulating in your energy field. So all very valuable for anyone delving into energetic or psychic work. Everyone should have some black stones at home. So black obsidian is often called volcanic glass because it's formed from molten lava that's cooled very quickly. It's also known for its stabilizing and grounding effects, as I was mentioning, with many of the black stones. So it makes an excellent crystal for reining in scattered energies if you're feeling very scattered and need a little bit of focus and grounding especially. It's a powerful crystal for protection, helping to clear the buildup of psychic smog that accumulates in your auric field by acting as that psychic vacuum cleaner that I was mentioning and talking about. So it protects and cleanses your aura of disharmony, negative attachments, old patterns, negative emotions, and helping to unearth any negative thought patterns that are standing in the way of your personal and spiritual growth. So an excellent stone to assist you in letting those things go, releasing any of those disharmonizing energetic things that have built up in your field throughout the day from your own reactions and emotions about things, as well as the stuff that you're collecting from everybody else, everywhere you go and everything you do, all of those interactions that you're having. So in addition to this, it can help you releasing resentment, fear, and anger. So that's one of the reasons I thought about this stone particularly today, as we were working through that meditation on forgiveness. That black stones can be very helpful in, as you're doing any kind of that deep releasing work of pain, lower vibrations. If you have black stones and crystals at home, to get those out and utilize them. Hold it on the heart chakra, hold it in your palm so that energy can drain down and out. Even just having a little piece in your pocket can be really valuable, or in a little pouch on you, a necklace, a piece of jewelry, something to that effect. In addition to providing protection and releasing negativity, you can use the black obsidian for the root chakra healing and grounding. Often people are thinking of the red stones, but all of your black stones and like your smoky quartz, a lot of those stones are going to work with that chakra as well, for healing and grounding. Interestingly, black obsidian can also stimulate the gift of prophecy. They make scrying mirrors out of black obsidian. They polish them down flat and they use them to scry into as a tool for prophecy. So a lot of really cool energies and properties to black obsidian, which is why it's one of my favorites. This is a giant palm stone that I got. You can see that's pretty big, and I love it, especially if I've just been in a lot of energy of a lot of people and whatnot. When we do like our monthly psychic fairs at the sanctuary, normally when we're open and we're not in quarantine, this is one of the stones I usually have with me at my table or right around. So I'm either holding it or have it readily available to me as I'm kind of clearing out energies that, you know, as people are even healing and you're bringing them through that reading or that healing process, they're releasing. So you're constantly collecting from that. Okay, so that is our crystal chat for today, black obsidian. And of course, you can find lots of black obsidian at the sanctuary on Route 6A in Brewster, Massachusetts, in Lemon Tree Village, as soon as we open back up. And I am also offering personal shopping virtual experiences right now. So you can schedule an appointment and I'll bring you through the phone on like FaceTime, and we'll do a little video chat and I'll bring you right through and kind of personal shop you through the store, your shopping list, answer any questions, suggestions, and then we get it to one way or another, curbside pickup. We can drop it off at your house if you're local, or we can pack it up in the mail if you're a little bit farther out. So just contact us via email at our website, thesanctuarycapecod.com, if you're interested in having a little bit of shopping and utilizing me to help you hand pick out your stuff for you. Okay, so on to our challenge. Each day I've been trying to give you guys a little bit of a challenge, something to work on. And yesterday the challenge was to focus on self-love and to find something to show ourselves self-love. We listed off a few ideas for doing that, things to make you feel good and bring you joy, even while we are, most of us, cooped upside here in quarantine. So today's challenge is to try out that muscle testing on somebody in your house, or to have them try it out on you, what you're doing. And experiment with that for a little bit of fun. And then the other thing is to, so just a reminder how to do that. Have them stand in front of you and hold their arms straight out at their side. They're going to put it out strong, try to resist you as you gently press down on their arm once they're holding a thought. So either something happy or something sad, something positive or something negative. And you can either tell them, hold it, think of something happy and see if their arm goes down, or you can guess. You can say, think of something happy or sad. Don't tell me. When you have the thought, let me know, and then see if their arm goes up or down, and then you'll know if it goes down, it was a sad or lower vibrational thought. And if it was something happy, their arm will be able to resist you. So that can be a fun little game you can try out at home. And then, of course, if you'd like to delve back into that meditation that we did earlier, if you have some other areas of forgiveness that you want to explore, you want to go a little bit deeper, then you can do that certainly on your own. And, of course, you can go back to the meditation we just went through and go through that with me again. Okay, so we are on to our Oracle card of the day. I found you because I was looking for black obsidian. No way, Chantel. Thank you. That's amazing. That's really amazing. And thank you to all of you that are liking the video and for commenting and letting me know. I wake up every day thinking, what am I going to talk to them about? And it takes me most of the day till I come on with you guys to kind of polish that up. So I'm so happy if that is bringing you a little bit of joy and peace and healing, and helping us to all get through that together at this time. It makes it so worth it. So thank you for letting me know on there, and for sharing this video, and for liking our page as well. So I have this beautiful Mother Mary Oracle deck today. I know this is reversed as you're seeing it, but this is the Mother Mary Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I'm a huge fan of her decks. And so I, just before the show, I pulled a card specifically intending for the show, a message that would be appropriate and healing. And we pulled this beautiful number 30 card, Our Lady of Growth Assured. So just bring that up close to you for a moment so you can get a peek. So I felt like this was so appropriate and tied in because we're really all along have been talking about the last couple of days about this idea of manifesting what we want for ourselves. And then yesterday, this idea that we have to have self-love in order to be able to do that. Otherwise, we're blocking all of those things we're trying to create and manifest. So then moving through this process today of really forgiveness of things that we might be holding on to that are lowering our vibration in our field, but also especially the self-forgiveness, so that we can start to release those blockages that are in the heart space, so we can feel love on all levels to the deepest that we can. And again, that's all helping us to connect with the divine that we are so much a part of. So I love this card. I thought it was so appropriate for the day, Our Lady of Growth Assured. And I'm just going to quickly look up and see what the additional message says. It says, there is a beautiful manifestation which you have long desired coming to fruition now. It is important to the well-being of your own soul and the healing of our world that you have patience and allow this birth to happen at the best timing. If it happens too soon or too late, there will be unnecessary complications. I will take care of the timing, and trust me, you will find the birth of your dream happens naturally and with great joy. So again, what a beautiful confirmation that if we do go through this process of looking inside, of seeing what needs to be maybe healed and released and let go of, really maybe reassessing what we're now ready to move on from in order to show ourselves that love. So that was the question earlier. Do we love ourselves enough to forgive ourselves and to forgive others because of things that are then poisoning us and creating toxins in our fields, and then energetically and physically weakening us. Okay, so I hope that beautiful message, again, confirming everything we've been talking about, going through these processes, and then it's all part of creating that future that you're wanting and desiring to bring to yourself. So great value here. So again, I thank you so much for tuning in. It's been so exciting to do this project every day and to try to come up with quality, creative, new content for you guys. And I'm so happy to see you all tuning in and commenting. So I'm sending you so much love. And a very special shout out to my aunt. It is her birthday today, and she's one of the first people that I think sort of influenced me, even though I had a very, very strict religious upbringing. My parents didn't believe in any of this. My aunt at a very young age was asking me if I remembered about my past lives and where I had been, and I told her all kinds of interesting things. And she also was a palm reader, so I always remember that from young, that she had that ability to read palms. Interestingly, not one of my strong suits to just about everything else, but I leave the palm reading to her. So if you are on and you're watching, Auntie Jane, I love you so much. Thank you to you. Mwah. Happy birthday. And all of you guys that are tuning in, I love you. So thank you again. You can review this on our website, as well as view all of the upcoming classes at thesanctuarycapecod.com/classes. And you can view these videos on the Facebook page as well, The Sanctuary Cape Cod. So please, I hope that you are loving this and it's helping you get through quarantine as much as it is helping me. So I hope you'll tune in tomorrow at 333. I'm sending you blessings and healing and peace and divine love and light. So, mwah. Thank you guys. Love. Blessings. Bye-bye.